welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren and I'm so glad to have you here in my kitchen on this Sunday afternoon as I get a few bits and pieces prepared to help me through the week. Today, I have a confession to make. I bought a ham because it was on sale and it's kind of like a weird shaped ham. It's like this sort of, if you imagine like an extremely large ham steak, that's kind of what I have got here. So today we are going to have a crack at glazing this ham. Now, Heath, my amazing husband and sous chef, that came out right, is quite particular about how we normally do our ham. And so we kind of follow a recipe that his grandmother would use for ham. And so I thought we would just go off book and do something a little bit different with this ham. And there's absolutely no pressure because it's August. And so this is not for some kind of special celebration. This is just ham that we're going to have with some friends for our Bible study tonight that is going to feature in our salad wraps as well for the next few weeks because once we've done the ham, we'll get it all sliced up and we will also probably use that ham bone to make some delicious pea and ham soup. So all I'm doing now is just taking the skin off.
Oh yeah, without taking off the fat layer.
Without taking off the fat layer, which I'm just going to put back.
No worries.
Ta-da!
It looks
Perfect.
good. It looks good.
This feels really unstable. My wheel of ham. And so I'm going to go through the process now of studding it with cloves. I'm going to probably be a little bit, if I'm honest, a bit lazier than what I normally would with how I would often go through this process if we were doing this for Christmas or something like that. But more importantly than that, I am going to get some drinks happening because that's the most important thing to happen on a Sunday afternoon. I have got a couple of bottles of white wine that have just got a small amount of wine left over. So I thought like a white wine spritzer would be a really nice thing to do. Maybe. I've never made one before, so it could also be terrible. Who knows? So I'm just going to create some soda water, first of all. And I've also got some passion fruit that I thought would be fun to add in there. Excellent. I'm obsessed with soda water at the moment. Absolutely obsessed. I drank like 750 mils of it on my own at lunch today. That's potentially the most boring story I've ever told. Ugh, and it's a pretty high bar. So we've got the soda water there. I've also got some beautiful passion fruit courtesy of my amazing parents who keep saying things to me like, how's the passion fruit going? And I'm like, more, even though I've already got like 5 or 6 on the go. So passion fruit with a serrated knife. And I've got some bread there that I'm going to pop into tins at some point in time. Now, my amazing sous chef, see that time it came out, right? Heath sort of came up with this great way of opening passion fruit where you just cut the top off instead of cutting them in half, which is the way that you normally would, and then it makes it heaps easier to scoop out the passion fruity goodness. Oh, I don't know what it is. There's just something about that scent of passion fruit, which is just spectacular. And I'm going to grab a couple of wine glasses.
Ooh, we're going these ones, are
I'm
we?
going to go the slightly bigger ones.
Nice.
No,
It'll be fun.
Okay.
It'll be fun. They're just for us.
They're a bit cloudy.
They are a bit cloudy, but we haven't used
They're
them
clean,
in ages, so it's fine.
but they're just a bit cloudy.
All right, so what have I missed? It looks like you've got some passion fruit on the go.
I do. I'm going to make us
scoop
passion
them
fruit
into
spritzers. So
Great.
I'm going to...
Excellent.
It's
Wow. A whole passion fruit
A whole
each.
passion
That's-
fruit
what
each.
richness.
I know. Oh, that one's a bit juicy than the other. That's all right.
That's okay. Way to go.
It
All
was
right.
much
Is there
better.
anything else you'd like me to grab? It looks like you've got some soda water. You've got some orange juice
Can
here.
you grab the wine out?
Yep, whereabouts is it?
There's 2 bottles. Oh, it's that fridge, but it's just on the side. I've got 2. There's 2 bottles there because I wasn't quite sure. Ooh, let me just.
Sure.
These are just going for us.
Okie dokie. I've got these 2, just a little bit in each. So I can see why it's a good idea to make a cocktail today.
Do.
Excellent. Okay.
There's definitely. I do feel. I'm sorry. I have to even that up a bit.
If you want to give me the... I'll grab them. I'll pop these in our little
Oh,
compost
thank you.
bin. Speaking of compost, the compost that we emptied out across the veggie garden recently
Yes.
has caused our vegetables to start
Oh,
springing
they
up.
have. We've actually. I'm
So,
disproportionately excited about. So we'll just do a bit of each and each.
Mix it up. A little bit of leftover white wine.
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
And a bit of this.
Bit of that. They're looking like a bit of fun so far. All right. So far, so good.
And then just topping it up with a bit of soda water.
Any orange juice? Or is that for the
because
ham?
we've got the soda water. Probably not there. I pulled the orange juice out for the glaze for the ham.
Got it. Understood.
I'll give it a...
Give it a little bit of stir. Oof. They look good.
Well, the passion fruit makes it look a little bit weird, but it will hopefully taste good.
Well, it'll flavour it up nicely. Cheers. Very refreshing.
Oh, that's lovely. I might need to spoon to get the passion fruit bits out later.
Yeah, it'll be fun pulling out those bits. That's all right, though.
All right. So,
Onto your ham.
onto my wheel of ham.
Your ham disc.
I just don't... I was going to not bother with doing the whole... I'll use my passion fruit knife. I will just give it a bit
The
of...
scoring type thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to do kind of... Oh, I'll just be a bit careful on that bit.
Yeah, because that's come away,
We've
hasn't
got,
it?
got some structural issues there. Just mostly because it will help me figure out where I'm supposed to be plonking my... Ooh.
Hopefully the cloves will actually pin it down.
Yes. I was thinking that they might perform something of a structural... a structural purpose there. Oh, see, that's a bit... I guess I'll just do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it's actually going to be very helpful putting them in.
It's so hard to see sometimes.
It looks fine.
That's all right.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be super handy in pinning it all down. Provided you haven't cut the scores too deeply.
I
which I
tried.
think you did a pretty good job with.
I
so-
tried very hard not to.
Yeah, way to go. Way to go.
But who knows? Who knows? We're just throwing out all the rules with Wheel of Ham. So it's not a big ham. It's only like 3.5 kilos.
No, but for us, I mean, that's an enormous amount of ham.
It is, which is why
While we're sharing it.
we are sharing it. So I do have a...
Oh, it looks great, hon. Looks great. coming together very nicely. Looks very pro.
Now, my next sort of conundrum is like, I think it's going to be really hard for me to get it to stay like that in the tin, in the oven. So I think I am going to
probably right.
I'm going to call it and just do that. So I've got the oven preheated to 180 degrees. I'm going to hope that I can fit it in.
Well, good luck. I wish you luck.
Oh, it's a close fit, but it fits.
Yeah, it's good.
And then I'll pop that on timer for, I reckon, 10 minutes.
Very good.
And while that does it because what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to create a glaze for it. So normally our ordinary glaze for our ham is very complicated and very classy. It's neither. But we would ordinarily do brown sugar and pineapple juice. But we have got some beautiful kumquat marmalade, and I thought we might have a crack at doing like a marmalade-based glaze.
Yep, sounds great.
So I am going to... could absolutely do this on a stovetop, but I'm just being lazy. And I'm going to pop in maybe... So this is beautiful homemade kumquat marmalade, but it's got a fairly high pectin level. So what that means is that it's quite a solid marmalade.
Yeah.
So, which is great because it'll be nice and glazy, which is definitely a technical term that actually exists. So I'm going to pop in maybe half a cup of the marmalade glaze. Marmalade.
Yep.
Into the Thermomix. And I've got some orange juice that I got on sale.
Way to go.
And we'll pop in a similar amount, I guess. I was contemplating putting in extra sugar, but I feel funny putting in extra sugar.
Go on. Go on. There's no harm in it.
I'm going to see how it goes without the extra sugar.
You're
the
mother's daughter.
The harm in it is diabetes. That's what the harm in it is. And we'll just let that mix away. We'll sort of see how it goes. I've got it initially for sort of 5 minutes. It might need a little bit longer to actually build up some. I'll go 7 minutes, see how it goes. This is me.
So while that's cooking away, do you want to let us know
what I thought I was
to,
going to do? So I have I'm in the process of preparing our bread for the week that we have for our toast. So I've tried a new recipe which has got a high percentage of wholemeal and some seeds as well, and it makes two loaves, which is great because Heath and I are going away next weekend. So this means that I can have our sourdough bread already made for next week too, which is brilliant. I can pretend that I'm super organised. So what I'm going to do is probably something which is a terrible thing to do on a stream because it's been a long time since I've done this. And I am going to try to actually shape the loaves. So I've got my loaf tins here. I'm going to give a spray. And I have got my beautiful dough here. It's so good. So we've got, so it's wholemeal flour with some extra wheat bran, and there is poppy seeds, sesame seeds, linseeds, chia seeds, and pepitas in here as well. So that there's just so many beautiful things for my gut microbiome to get really excited about, because when you're in your late 30s, you start to care about what your gut microbiome might be excited about. I have used a knife for what feels like absolutely no purpose at all.
But to separate it in half, right?
Yeah, to have a crack at doing that. Does that feel...
Wow, it's a good dough.
It is. It's beautiful. I was hoping that I might be able to create some tension to be able to put it into the dough, but it's quite a high hydration dough.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just see how we go. Yeah, this is very successful.
You're liking it, or you're
Being-
joking?
I am joking a little bit. So I am now just going to get it to kind of
Fill the voids.
fill the voids in that tin.
Well
and
done.
I will see how evenly that sort of... Ooh. Does that seem fairly even?
Looks pretty even to me, hun. Nice work.
Cool. Just
All I know is it's fresh bread for me for the next 2 weeks, so...
Yeah, so all
I'm excited.
Heath is saying is toast.
So it's not unusual for us to have a fresh bit of toast with an egg,
Yeah.
a nice organic
Sometimes
free-range egg.
Yeah.
Free-range egg.
And we've been loving adding some fresh sliced tomato, maybe a bit of spinach,
Yep.
salt, pepper, or
Yeah.
our everything bagel seasoning. Amazing.
Yep. It enhances everything. Very good.
So we're getting...
That's looking pretty steamy over there.
Which is good. But I think your suggestion of adding sugar was probably wise.
Well, that
You'll be
is
thrilled.
a very rare event that my cooking input would have any impact.
No, I don't.
So what have you got there? Just regular brown sugar?
Regular brown sugar.
Yep.
I don't love adding too much excess sugar to stuff where I can avoid it.
I just know the recipe, the classic ham recipe of my grandma, and it uses plenty of that stuff. And it goes pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It goes pretty good.
Which is why, all jokes aside, it is actually a really hard recipe to move away from, because it
Yeah.
is insanely easy and does a brilliant job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with those beautiful loaves of bread, I've got a really special and expensive bread proofing bag.
Just a local Coles bag,
Yep.
right? So how long are you going to keep them in there for?
Probably. Well, I can either... Do we want to bake the bread tonight, or do we want to break it tomorrow morning?
I'm not here tomorrow morning, so that's
All
up to
right,
you.
so tonight.
Tonight.
So these will sit covered for maybe 3 to 4 hours, probably. Well, until after Bible study is probably finished.
And are we looking
so-
for them to fluff up a bit?
Yeah,
to
to
rise
sort of
a
be
little bit?
double in size.
Double in size. Yeah, okay. Great. Cool. Okay. How good's this?
It's so
I'm
refreshing.
getting through mine pretty quickly because it's ended up being quite warm.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
We probably need to open the sliding doors at some point.
That is true. Yep.
So the other thing that we have got cooking away for our meals for this week, we're going to do nacho bowls. And so we got up nice and early this morning to get some stuff cooking away in the slow cooker, along with prepping the bread dough and everything else that we had happening this morning.
It was an action-packed morning.
It was an action-packed morning. But we are making, with our taco bowls, or burrito bowls, I never know which one we should go with. But we are making a sort of chili mix. But rather than using beef or beef mince that we would often use, I have used some diced pork shoulder. And this will hopefully just keep cooking away. And it's so nice and tender already. It's just amazing. And we've got a nice mix of a lot of veg in here. We've got sweet potato, carrot, onion and celery and capsicum and chilies and our cumin and coriander and smoked paprika, and it's just going to be delicious. So it's been cooking away since about...
Making the house smell amazing.
Spectacular.
Yes.
Since about 7 o'clock this morning. And so I have just got it on high at the moment with the lid slightly ajar in the hopes that it will just reduce the liquid a little bit. So that is the 10-minute warning bell.
Okay.
So we'll pull out
First
this
round.
ham.
Let's take a look.
Well, I can say that it is smelling amazing. We may have some structural integrity issues with that little bit of fat.
Yeah, but I'm seeing some colouring start to hit it
which
already.
is great. So
And it hasn't even been glazed yet.
The thing is that with
How's that looking?
it's looking really good.
Oh, yeah.
So with the ham, like you're not needing, it's not like you need to, it's not like roasting pork. Like you're not needing to like
cook it through. Well,
cook it through.
That depends
Like
on the
you're
country,
getting it
doesn't
warm because
in Australia it's cooked. Fully.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to baste that on. And I'm going to try really hard to baste it on the sides too.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Sorry. That is looking magnificent.
And so we sort of repeat this every 10 minutes for a few goes.
Way to go. So you just keep on adding glaze? Is that the...
Yes, I'll just keep adding glaze.
Well, look at that so far. Whew. Fantastic.
It smells really good.
It does. It smells very, very good.
It goes in for another 10 minutes. So while that does its last 10 minutes, I thought I'll just get some brown rice cooking.
Oh, yeah. For our burrito bowls?
That'll go with the burrito bowls. But we're kind of, just sort of rocking and rolling, getting this stuff done. I still have a whole lot more orange juice because
Picked it up on special?
Yeah. We might. Do you think we could maybe make sangria tonight?
With the orange juice? Ooh, that'd be a fun idea. Yeah.
So we will continue to baste that ham, and we've got our other few bits and pieces that we'll use to go alongside it, including our standard slaw, which we always use with our salad wraps. But I hope that you have also been able to take a few moments on this beautiful Sunday to make your life for the coming week a little bit easier, and we can't wait to do this all again with you next week on Alongside Lauren.